Hello again to another Agriculture Reacts. Today we'll be watching What Culture again and be watching 11 famous photographs that fooled the world. So let's see what's going on.
With the dawn of the information age, it has become easier than ever before to gain knowledge about any given subject. Countless pages of detailed history are just a quick online search away, while sites like Wikipedia offer more entries than a physical encyclopedia could ever hope to match. The internet has been a great enabler of the spread of information. Of course, this also means that misinformation can travel just as quickly. Social media has long been the propagator of false rumours and gross exaggeration, thanks to easily shareable images and photos that aren't quite what they first appear. The camera might never lie, but the photographer certainly can. Photoshop users are able to change photographs in an unprecedented fashion, allowing for the creation of images that barely resemble the original. Even the smallest inaccuracy in a caption can allow for an unaltered photo to be misinterpreted entirely. And so, with that in mind, I'm Ellie with What Culture, here with 11 famous photographs that fooled the world. Number 11. Pseudomnesia the Electrician. Created by German artist Boris Eldagson, Pseudomnesia the Electrician was selected as the winner of the Creative Open category at the 2023 Sony World Photography Awards. But, to everyone's surprise, the artist refused the award and revealed that the image was entirely created using AI. His intention was to spark a conversation about the future of photography and question the place of AI within creative art forms. Now, AI has become more and more prominent in this ever-expanding technological age. And while it was once fairly easy to point out the flaws and imperfections of a synthetically created image, it's now becoming increasingly more difficult to distinguish the two art forms. This image is just another voice in the debate over how far we should allow AI to grow. To some degree, it can be an extremely useful tool, but where
Never seen that picture before, and honestly I thought that was like a really old.
Nature is the expression of an individual's emotions and experiences. And yes, AI can generate exceptional creations, but these creations will never be anything but binary in code. They will never hold the secrets and stories of the individual behind them. They can absolutely inspire a surge of emotion, but will never be inspired by a surge of emotion. Now, this is a topic of much debate right now, so it'd be interesting to know your thoughts on this. Let us know in the comments below what you think about AI, especially within art. Number 10. Hurricane Sandy Shark. This photo was widely circulated during the time and immediate aftermath of Hurricane Sandy. Purporting to show a shark swimming through the streets of New Jersey, the image was shared across the internet and social media by millions of people. Now, it may have become famous in October 2012, but this image was originally doing the rounds back in August 2011 during the wake of Hurricane Irene. Either way, the photo is a complete fabrication. The image is of a shark that was lifted from a 2005 photograph of a kayak being followed by a great white shark. The photo was often shared with the caption stating that it was the reason that authorities were warning against swimming in the flooded water. But
That's
the
not
real
the reason,
was
it's just
that there was danger to be found in the unseen debris and unexpected currents. Number 9. The Surgeon's Photograph. The first photo of a head and neck purporting to belong to the fabled Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. This image by Dr. Robert Wilson gained an incredible amount of media attention in the 30s. The story was that Dr. Wilson saw the monster while looking over the loch and snapped two photos, a blurry, almost undistinguishable exposure, and the famous one we see here. After being printed in the Daily Mail in 1934, the Surgeon's Photograph became an international phenomenon. For a while, the image was the primary factor in many people's belief that the Loch Ness Monster was indeed real. In 1999, a book entitled Nessie the Surgeon's Photograph Exposed revealed that the photo is actually of a toy submarine with a neck and head made of plastic wood. Despite this, and the vast majority of other alleged photos of the monster being proven as fake, belief in Nessie is still massively widespread across the world. What do you think? Is Nessie real? Number 8. The Cottingley Fairies. The Cottingley fairies appeared in 5 photos taken by cousins Francis Griffiths and Elsie Wright in 1917. For a time, the images were thought to be evidence of the existence of fairies, primarily thanks to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's belief that they were genuine. The photos were widely reported on in national media, leading to a public reaction that seemed split down the middle, with a reported value of around 50% of people believing that they were proof of fairies, and then 50% believing they were total rubbish. Doyle even sent the photos over to Kodak with the conclusion that they showed no signs of being fake. Interest in the Cottingley fairies eventually waned until Francis and Elsie publicly admitted in 1983 that the photos were fake. The fairies were actually just cardboard cutouts of copied illustrations, and the girls claimed to have been too embarrassed to own up to their deception after fooling the much admired Doyle. Number 7. Lenin, Leon and Lev. This image shows Vladimir Lenin, leader of the Bolsheviks, speaking at a meeting in Skledov Square, Moscow. For a time, this appeared to be an accurate documentation of the events that day, but it soon emerged that the famous photo was actually a doctored image. As shown in the photo on the right, Lenin was also accompanied by Leon Trotsky with the hat and moustache, and Lev Kamenev standing behind Trotsky. Stalin had decided that Trotsky and Kamenev were too powerful and rivals to his own position. Despite having key roles during the Russian Revolution, both men's efforts were widely purged from historical record, with hundreds of photographs being doctored as a result. Number 6. Lunch atop a skyscraper. It's one of the most iconic photographs of all time. The original negative of lunch atop a skyscraper is currently stored in a special temperature-controlled facility in Pennsylvania, and is widely considered to be an important piece of American history. I mean, everybody's seen this photo. The only thing is, contrary to what was thought only a few years ago, the whole scene is totally staged. It was found in 2012 that the photo was created in order to promote a new skyscraper by the Rockefeller Center. In all fairness, they are genuinely sat 69 floors above Manhattan, and the models are actual workers on the construction crew. But sadly, the scene itself isn't quite as candid as everyone once thought it was. Number 5. The Statue of Liberty Hurricane. Another hoax from the time of Hurricane Sandy, this impressive photo appears to show the famous New York landmark in the foreground of a colossal storm. This image was shared countless times across social media and even within news reports, purportedly in an effort to demonstrate the awesome power of the devastating hurricane. Regardless of how many likes and shares it received, the image is a total fabrication. It's a combination of two images, one being that of the Statue of Liberty on a normal day. The other is of the impressive storm seen in the background, which was originally taken in Nebraska by photographer Mike Hollingshead. I mean, it would be pretty cool though. Number 4, President Abraham Lincoln Portrait. This famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln can still be found hanging in many classrooms across the United States. In the photo, the renowned president looks like a true hero, standing proud in his office. The image was actually the creation of an unknown forger. The body and surrounding background of the image is actually from a portrait of Southern leader John Calhoun, while the head was from an existing photograph of Lincoln. It was thought to have been created because there wasn't many heroic-looking images of Lincoln created when he lived. Funnily enough, Calhoun was almost the total political opposite to Lincoln, with Calhoun once a strong proponent on the slave trade. Number 3, Megalodon and Nazi U-boats. When the Discovery Channel showed off this image on their show Megalodon the Monster Shark Lives, it appeared to be one of the most incredible photos ever taken. In the foreground are a couple of Nazi U-boats with a gigantic set of fins above the surface behind. These fins purportedly belong to a megalodon, a shark that's thought to have been extinct for at least 2.5 million years. The show came under severe criticism as it was actually a piece of docufication. Some claimed that the Discovery Channel had purposefully presented the show as if it were a fact, with only a tiny, easily missed disclaimer at the beginning. The image was doctored from existing footage of Nazi U-boats in order to enhance the fictional narrative of the show. Many unaware viewers were convinced it was real, which helped lead to the widespread concern
you're watching Discovery and you think
Discovery
it's
Channel's
real, it's
airing of
documentary, not the
docufication shows.
fake
It would
stuff.
be pretty cool though to see a shark just getting some Nazis. Number 2. Rubin Hurricane Carter and Bob Dylan. This famous photo shows Bob Dylan face to face with Rubin Carter, a prolific boxer that was imprisoned for an alleged triple homicide. Dylan wrote a protest song to Carter's imprisonment, Hurricane, and decided to go and visit Carter in prison. Although the photo is real, it presents a very different image from what really took place. Upon arriving, Dylan was disappointed that there was no bars to separate Carter and himself. This wasn't out of fear for his own safety, but because he had hoped to take a moving photo that depicted a man that had been wrongfully imprisoned. The photo might suggest otherwise, but those aren't actually bars separating them. It was completely staged. The bars are actually just formed from a grill they pulled down from above, and they're just standing in a hallway. Number 1. Muhammad Ali knocking out Cleveland Williams. Don't worry, the photo that everyone had hanging up in their university dorm isn't a fake. This iconic image is one of the most famous of photographer Neil Leafer's career, and its prominence stands testament to the impact Muhammad Ali still has on popular culture. The part that everyone gets wrong is the description. From history books to newspapers, the photo is almost always accompanied by a title along the lines of Muhammad Ali knocks out Cleveland Williams at the Astrodome 1966. The date is correct. The people involved are correct. It wasn't a knockout though. The referee never counted out Cleveland Williams. He was knocked down by Ali just moments before the second round bell was sounded, and Williams was helped back up by his corner men and continued to fight. Ali's victory didn't come until the third round, after Williams was knocked down once again, then struggled for a short while longer until referee Harry Kessler stopped the fight. But that wouldn't have looked anywhere near as dramatic in a photograph.
Yeah, it's true.
And that concludes our
That
list.
wouldn't.
Let us know your thoughts on these images down below in the comments and the controversies that surround them. Is the Loch Ness Monster real? What are the pros and cons of AI? And do fairies really exist?
Nah.
While you're there, don't forget to also like and subscribe and tap that notification bell, and head over to Twitter and follow us over there. I can be found across various social medias just by searching Ellie Littlechild. I've been Ellie with What Culture. I hope you have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon.
Bye. Okay, what do you think about it? Do you think that Nessie is real? Do you think fairies are real? I don't think they are. But they're kind of cute thing to think, to talk about to children and stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye bye.